I could feel it passing through my heart, and then all of a sudden I passed out because my body could not handle the amount of frequency that was going on. Hello everyone, my name is Fleur. I'm so excited you're here. On my channel, I talk all about manifesting, law of attraction, life lessons, and in general knowledge to help you become the best version of yourself. I just want to quickly say that I'm in no way affiliated by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and everything that I talk about in today's video is my own experience with doing the breath. And so for any official advice or questions, please visit the official website by Dr. Joe Dispenza. If I'm being truly honest with you guys, doing the breath by Dr. Joe Dispenza completely transformed my life. I had no clue that all of us humans store so much energy in our bodies. Have you ever thought about that feeling when you feel stress and you can feel tension in your shoulders, or you just feel tensed up in your body? Every single time that we do not process certain emotions or certain events or things that we go through, our body keeps the score. Our body keeps the count of those stressors. But what happens when we do the breath is we actually release those old energies. We move all the energy that is stored in our lower three centers all the way up and let go of that energy that we no longer need. And that makes us feel so much lighter, but it also gives you so much more energy to create new potentials with. And that has been something that I've very much started to realize when I finally understood how to do the breath really well. Before I start to explain exactly how I do the breath, I just want to quickly say that everybody's journey with doing the breath by Dr. Joe Dispenza will look a little bit different. One person will be able to grasp it really quickly and feel that energy moving up from their lower centers all the way to their upper centers. But someone else will have a harder time, and it will take months or years to grasp the technique. And there's no right or wrong, and everybody will have different sensations. So someone will pass out, or someone else will just feel a heartwarming feeling or tingling in their fingers. Nothing is right or wrong. Everybody has their own practice and their own way of experiencing how to do the breath. But I hope that with this video and my explanation of how I do the breath, I'm able to help you grasp that technique. So let's go through all the steps of how I do the breath. One of the first things I do is completely exhale. Make sure that your belly is completely empty and you feel relaxed. Then after I fully exhale, I move my pelvic floor to the front. And you can do this on a couch, you can do this on the chair, you can also do this on the floor sitting down. And so you move your pelvic floor to the front, and then you squeeze your buttocks. And when you squeeze your buttocks, you will feel automatically that you are sitting very straight. You are arching your back straight, and you feel yourself moving a little bit to the back. And in that position, I will start to inhale. So I take a deep breath in, down from the belly. I will inhale slowly. And once I have fully inhaled, that is when I start to contract my buttocks and move that energy up from my lower centers all the way to my pineal gland or to my heart, wherever you want to place the breath. And so something that really helped me is starting to push that energy up all the way from your first center to your heart or your pineal gland after you fully inhaled. Because when I started to contract my muscles and try to move that energy up while I was also inhaling, I was forcing so much and it just didn't work for me. So what really helped for me was first exhaling, making sure your body has a good position, pelvic floor to the front, squeeze your buttocks, inhale very slowly, and only then start to push that energy from your first center all the way up to your pineal gland. And that has been something that worked so well for me. And whenever I start to push that energy up, I visualize a tube of energy going from your first center all the way up to your pineal gland. Because in that way, you're both combining a physical act of doing the breath and the intention of wanting to pull that energy all the way up to your pineal gland or to your heart, wherever you want to place the breath. And what I've noticed is over the course of practicing, I've realized that your body position really matters in the way that you feel that energy going all the way up. And so in the beginning, I didn't really feel anything. I was just pushing. But slowly, I started to feel that energy moving from my lower centers all the way up to my higher centers. And so what I've realized over the course of practicing doing the breath is that it really mattered to me how I was positioning my body. So it was very important that I was sitting straight and I moved my pelvic floor a little bit to the front and I was squeezing my buttocks. And only after I inhaled was when I was going to push all that energy upwards to my higher centers. And that is exactly when I started to experience the feelings of energy moving up. And what happened for me was at some point, I just pushed up so much energy from my lower centers that I could feel it passing through my heart. And then all of a sudden, I passed out because my body could not handle the amount of frequency that was going on. And what I've noticed is over the course of continuing my practice is I'm actually starting to notice that I'm not passing out all the time anymore. I'm actually staying awake while I'm transforming that energy that is coming from my lower centers all the way to my upper centers, because my body's getting more used to the transformation of energy and it's getting more used to the high frequency. And something that is so interesting to me in my process of learning how to do the breath is that I used to use so much force to try and do the breath so well. But it was actually not about how much force I used, but it was more so about the intent and the way that I positioned my body and not using extreme force, but actually feeling your body and feeling those first centers. When we start releasing those energies from our lower centers while doing the breath, you're actually clearing your body. It's like detoxing your energy field. And what I've noticed is every single time that I do the breath before doing a meditation, it is so much easier for me to drop into the meditation. It's like you're transforming your consciousness. You're automatically so much more relaxed. You're releasing old energies, and it feels like you're a higher vibration when you do the breath. And what happens is when you do the breath and you start your meditation, all of a sudden you drop into theta really easily. And that has been something that has transformed my practice, because every single time that I do the breath and then do my meditation, I'm able to create so much more. And the meditations feels so much more powerful because my energy is really on the potential that I'm creating and the meditation that I'm doing, instead of my brain still thinking and analyzing and worrying about what I need to do today or thinking about that appointment or that call that I need to take. It is so interesting. The breath really transforms your energy. And that makes so much sense, right? Because when we do the breath, we are releasing old energy that is stored in the body. And all of a sudden, we feel more light and we feel more connected and we feel more divine. And it's so much easier to drop into your meditation because you just let go of a lot of density. And so something that I've noticed is over the course of practicing doing the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, I've realized that for me, it works even better to do 10 minutes of breath work in the morning, doing the breath, than 15 minutes of meditation. Because when you have a very busy day ahead and you do 15 minutes of meditation, you often get caught up in your thoughts and the things that you have to do and all the things ahead of you. But when you do 10 minutes of the breath, that is transforming energy immediately, and you feel so much more connected, so much more light, and it's just a very effective way to drop into that meditative state. So even if you have very little time in the morning, doing the breath is so potent for creating, because you're releasing old energies and you're immediately connecting to higher vibrations, and you're easily more connected to theta, and that is when you start creating, right? So the breath is such a powerful tool to transform energy and also create new potentials in the field, because when you let go of old energies that no longer serve you, there's more room for energy to create new potentials and to create new experiences in your life. In a way, you're cleaning up your body in order to have it be prepared to experience new things and things that you do want to experience. And that has been something that has been transforming my life. I feel like once I understood how to do the breath and feel that energy moving in my body and starting to release survival emotions and things that we've stored in our bodies that we really don't need and don't serve us, that is when you start doing the work at a new level. Like the meditations just become so much deeper, more mystical, and you feel more connected. It's a very beautiful tool to have in your life. And I'm so excited for everyone who's watching this video to also have these experiences of feeling so connected and transforming that energy. And for anyone who's watching this video who still has a question about doing the breath, about the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, don't hesitate to leave a question down below in the comments of this video. I would love to answer your question and help guide you along the way in doing the work. Also, make sure you check out my one-on-one private call spots. I recently opened up a few more spots for anyone who would love to receive some more guidance on their journey with doing the work, with manifesting, understanding the law of attraction, and creating their best life possible. I'm here for you. I hope this video helped you in any way. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.